Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Jani and this is a cross-stitch channel where I talk about cross-stitch, projects, fabrics, flosses and topics related to cross-stitch. If this is your first time here in my channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the content, and if you like, you can subscribe. I usually make new videos each week in Spanish and in English, and yeah, I hope you enjoy this little corner of cross stitch. I also have an Instagram page where you can find me and follow me. I put pictures and stories and reels and mostly cross stitch related themes. Today I want to share with you a finished project. It was a lovely little sampler, and I enjoy very much stitching that project. So let me present to you my finished project. This is the pattern. I fold the paper. It's by Barrick. It's Vibrant Flowers, and it was a release from this year Nashville market, and it's a beautiful sampler, and you get both of this design, you know, the little one and the main design. I just stitch the sampler, but it's lovely. And Kathy gives you the DMC conversion, but I use the number of the DMC conversion, but I stitch it with CXC flosses. So here is my project. I change some of the colors because if you don't know me, I love to personalize my projects. So even though I try to follow the instructions, sometimes it's not easy for me, so I have to change a few things here and there. But it's a wonderful project. I made a few changes besides the colors. I filled the windows with satin stitches. I don't know if you can see them. And also for the eyes of the cats and the birds, I added, instead of French knots, I added beads. So yeah, little details, but it's a lovely project. The fabric, it's Lugana 32. I love to stitch on Lugana 32 using just one thread of floss, and because CXC flosses, which are these polyester flosses, are a little thicker than DMC, I think the coverage is lovely. But in this project, and in many of my projects where I'm stitching on Lugana 32, I also use just one thread of DMC. And yeah, it's very pretty. I got the frame for this project, but I didn't like it so much. So I need to find a frame that I like it. And for this project, and usually when I'm starting a new design or a new project, I try to make my back side really neat. It's a tradition here in Mexico and in Latin America to stitch with a really neat back side of the piece, because usually we use this type of needlework or cross stitch in a specific for tablecloths and objects that are common for common use in our homes. So they have, you know, this double side or double view. So we need to be really neat and really clean in the back side of our project. And this is something that for stitchers like me who have been stitching for many years, when we remember when we were young, how our teachers or our mothers, you know, in our family, or the people who taught how to cross stitch, they insist very much that we have to stitch in the correct way, you know, with the front, but mostly with a really clean and neat backside. Because of that, because we used to make tablecloths and aprons, I guess it's the word, you know, pieces that we need to see from both sides of the fabric. But we, at least for me, I mostly frame all of my pieces. I don't care very much about the backside of the piece, and mostly I try to encourage, you know, fellow stitchers who let me know that they remember how the teacher or the nuns or their family were really strict about the backside, and they quick stitching because of that. You know, take it again and enjoy the process. It doesn't matter if it's a nice back side of your project or it's not. I have, you know, the majority of my pieces, I love these crazy back sides with the flosses flying over the place. It's not a big deal for me, but sometimes I remember how I supposed to be cross stitching, and you know, it's a fun memory for me now, but it's not something that I must do in my projects. But you know, from time to time I like to play this game of doing a correct backside of my stitching, but it's not the correct one. I have this saying in Spanish that uh, um, about the back side, because it's common to say that el revés perfecto, the perfect backside of your stitching. And I said, todos los reveses son perfectos. Every backside of your piece is perfect because you do it and you enjoy it and you have a great time making these beautiful pieces. So either way is perfect. But yeah, sometimes I try to play and to remember how I was taught to stitch, but not because it has to be done that way. It's just, it's for me now, it's just a play. But this is the backside of this piece, and you know, it's just part of the process. It's not important. And sometimes with certain pieces it's practically impossible you know, to achieve this kind of backside, because the use of materials and the, you know, the specialty stitches and many factors. But at the end, it's your time, it's your creation. Try to enjoy, stitch as you like. And everybody stitch differently, even though we can be using, you know, the same method and using the same materials, and everything could be, you know, identical. And at the end, I'm going to stitch different from you. You're going to be unique in your piece. So enjoy that individuality, that uniqueness, and enjoy your time stitching. But yeah, This is Vibrant Flowers by Barrick. And now I have to continue with one of my WIPs. I have many WIPs, but fun, interesting enough, I don't like to stitch many projects at the same time. I am a monogamous stitcher in that sense, because I need to be focused in one project, and if I get tired or I finish the project, I continue with another one. But I don't really can have a rotation. I find it, I don't know, difficult. Again, everybody is different, and embrace your own way of doing things. This is one of my WIPs. This is a lovely project, but it's a design by Reflect the Swan. It is called Entrelacs blue, something French and pretty. But yeah, I love it. You can finish this project as it is, a square design, or you can finish it as a pillow. And I really want to finish this as a pillow because it's so gorgeous. I'm stitching this in a linen 32. It's a Belfast that I originally dyed in a really vintage ecru color, but once I start stitching with the white floss, the floss didn't stand up or stand out. So I dye the fabric again with all the stitching, but because these flosses are polyester, are CXC, they don't take the dyes or the color. So yeah, if you want to dye again a fabric with some stitching and the flosses are cotton like DMC, you're going to to put color on those flosses, so be careful. But in this case, because the flosses are polyester, they don't take this kind of color or this kind of dyes. So yeah, I love it. Another project that I want to continue with is this Celtic Lady by Lavender and Lace. This is Noel, Christmas lady, and it's lovely. And I'm stitching her in a local fabric. It's not a regular fabric. It's about 36 by 38. So yeah, it's a lovely design, and I really love the colors. These red colors look amazing against the fabric. So yeah, I'm really happy. This is another sampler by Jacob de Graaf, Mother Folk Embroidery. This is called Embel 1856. and I'm stitching this in Aida 16, really colorful. So yeah, it's a kind of crazy choice for this classic design, but I love it. And I'm using a sulky thread by Gutermann. Is 4022 the color. It's a really lovely navy blue. So yeah, another project that I really want to keep going. And I start this project with the fabric, you know, in the wrong size, so I have to frog this because I already have a couple of files of letters, so I have to frog this part and start again with the right orientation of the fabric. So yeah, I love it, I love it. It's really hot right here, and as in many places, but I'm sweating. So I turn off the camera and put the fan, and then I turn off the fan and put the camera, and it's a struggle. So this is the last WIP that I want to show you. This is my version of 3/4T by Nora Corbett, by Mirabilia. I'm doing this lovely conversion. I mean, I love it because it reflects my family, and yeah, my trans kid and my daughter and me, and yeah, it's a really personal project, and I love it so much. And I want to finish this to take it with me for the next my next retreat. The 5th one is going to be on October, and we're getting ready and preparing all the surprises and the gifts and everything. So yeah, so happy. So I don't know, I love all these WIPs and I want to finish them all, but this one, it's so special and so beautiful. So we'll see. That's it, that's all for today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy the content, and yeah, have a great weekend. Stitch a lot, enjoy your stitching. You are unique, you're fabulous. Nobody stitch as you do, and that is something beautiful. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.